Hey, what's up? I'm Dominique, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my current makeup obsessions. These are the products that I simply cannot put down and I cannot stop using because they have me in a serious chokehold. So today we're going to be having some real makeup fun as we dive into my current makeup obsessions and I give you a little life update so you can learn a little bit more about me. Today we're going to be chit-chatting it up as we play with some makeup. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started on this look. Okay, so the first order of business definitely has to be clipping these little bangy doodads out of my face. And I don't know where I got the name bangy doodads from, but I think I just made it up one day. Now that I got my little Shrek ears on, we are ready to get started. So the very first thing that I'm going to do today is prime my skin with my current primer obsession. And this is the Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. Now this primer right here is a plumping hydrator, a pore eraser, an oil controller, and a makeup replacer. I mean, I don't know, that's just what it says on the back of the bottle, so I would have to agree though. It really does all of those things. My favorite types of foundation primers is definitely pore smoothing primers because I love a good blurred effect. And this one right here, oh, I cannot tell you enough. It blurs everything on my skin. It's actually insane. This is more like a gel cream consistency and it smells just like oranges, like kind of like tangerines. And I'm going to apply this mainly where I have the most pores. And as I rub it into my skin, it just does magic. It seriously erases all the pores on my skin. And the cool part is that as this starts to dry down, it gets a little bit tacky, so it really helps make my makeup last all day long. Okay, so where do we begin with this life update? I mean, I guess I'll just give you a little synopsis about my life, right? So currently, I'm 25 years old, my birthday is August 17th, and I'm an August Leo. And you know, growing up, I never actually felt like my astrology sign matched my personality because I really never ever felt like a Leo. Because Leos are known to be loud, and if I'm being quite honest, I am not loud and I hate being the center of attention. I'm a very anxious person, so when it comes to being the center of attention, I'm like, don't look at me, don't look at me. So I was like, how am I Leo? Until I started posting myself making makeup videos on the internet, and then I was like, wait a second, that is some Leo energy right there. And then it all clicked and it all made sense. So real quick, I just went ahead and I did my eyeshadow off camera because I hate when eyeshadow fallout gets onto my base makeup. So I always make sure to do my eyeshadow first before my base makeup. And I told myself 2025 is a year of doing my eyeshadow first every single time I do my makeup. So you know, I gotta stick to my word. So the foundation that I have been completely obsessed with recently definitely has to be the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra-Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. And in this, I'm wearing the shade 10 Neutral. Right now, I'm currently living in Florida, but I grew up in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 21 years of my life, and I'm currently 25. So I've been in Florida for about 4 years, and I can say that I'm a certified Floridian at this point because I've lived through multiple hurricanes. And last year, 2 hurricanes literally hit the area that I'm living in. So yeah, I got the full Florida experience at this point. But the reason why I even moved here in the first place is because I hate the cold weather. Seriously, I hate everything about the cold because when I would go outside in the freezing cold weather, when it was like definitely below 32 degrees, my skin would break out into hives. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. My skin would break out into hives just from being outside in the cold. And it's been like that my entire life. I remember playing outside in the snow and then coming back inside and then my skin would just break out into major hives. And then it would be embarrassing because then I would just have hives all over my face. They would last for about 30 minutes and then they would go away. But it was just so strange. So for that, I really hate the cold and I hate how it feels and I hate everything about it. I hate the ice, I hate the snow, I hate driving in the snow. So I made the executive decision to move to Florida where it's much, much warmer and there's palm trees and there's an ocean. So I'm really obsessed with that. Now I have to say that this Patrick Ta foundation is seriously incredible. Oh my god. And I've been non-stop wearing this ever since I got it. It's seriously so insanely lightweight and when you put it onto your skin, it looks like skin, but even better than skin. Like it truly doesn't look like makeup. I don't know what type of sorcery is in this foundation, but it basically morphs into your exact skin texture once you apply it and it just looks like you have nothing on your skin. And it's not cakey at all. It is so extremely thin and lightweight. So I really love this foundation and I've been debating on if I should create a wear test video to show you how beautifully this wears throughout the day because it truly is that good. So if you would like to see that, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you would be interested. And then you know what? I'll add it to my list and I'll create that video just for you. Now for concealer, I've been absolutely loving the NYX Cosmetics Bare With Me Concealer Serum. And in this, I wear the shade Vanilla. Since it has a pump applicator, it's a little bit of a unique concealer. But let me tell you, the formula is actually incredible. It's insane. I just pump a little out on the back of my hand and then I take my little concealer brush and I just go in off the back of my hand. And then I start applying it directly underneath my eyes. Now don't get me wrong, even though I hate the cold, I still love Chicago so much. And I definitely see myself myself moving back there in the future because most of my friends and family still live there. But I really am enjoying my time in Florida so much. It's been a really great experience to just live in a different place, you know? Especially one that's warm, that's for sure. Growing up, I actually did cheerleading from 8th grade all the way through college. I'm so serious when I say cheer was life. That's all I spent my time doing, especially in high school and college. My life revolved around cheerleading. I'm super small, so I was a flyer, and I loved to stunt. I mainly did school cheerleading, but we were very competitive. So we did sideline cheering and competition cheer. From there, I did a little bit of all-star cheer as well, and then I moved on to college cheer. It was mostly a game day cheer program, but we actually did end up competing at UCA Nationals one time, and I loved every single second of that experience. It was truly amazing, and I'm glad I got to experience that. And then actually when I was at college, COVID hit, and then we had to be sent home from our college dorms, and then we had to do the rest of the school year completely online, and the next year too. Everything was remote, and I seriously hated every single second of remote learning because I feel like I got nothing out of it. It's truly insane, but honestly, during that time, during COVID, the professors didn't know what they were doing, the students didn't know what they were doing, and it was just a giant mess. Yeah, it was a really crazy time, literally for everyone in the entire world, so yikes, glad that's over. Now it's time to warm up this face with some liquid bronzer because as you can see, this face is looking a little flat and very dull. So today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour, and in this I have the shade Light Medium. This is another product that I've seriously not been able to put down. It's so insanely pigmented and it gives my skin a nice hydrated glowy look, and as the dry skin queen that I am, I need that in my life and I need to be glowing, and I need everything that I put on my skin to be super hydrating and glowy, and this checks all those boxes. And the way that this just blends out onto my skin is insane. It's seriously so creamy, and a little bit of this goes a really long way. So when COVID actually hit, I had no idea what to do with my life because like I said, cheer was life, and I spent all my free time doing cheer, and we couldn't go anywhere and we couldn't leave the house. So how the heck was I supposed to do cheer? And I'm a very anxious person long before COVID even happened. Like I am just anxious to the core. So COVID happens and my anxiety also just skyrockets and my mental health just goes down the drain. I mean, as did everyone else in the rest of the world too, right? But I needed to find some way to cope with this because I could not just sit in the house and do absolutely nothing. So that's where makeup really enters the chat. Now a long time ago, before I even started doing cheer, I was obsessed with YouTube, and I'm talking the creators that made videos like morning routines, back to school hauls in general, just anything, what's in my purse, anything like that, makeup videos. Those were my life, okay? Those were my obsession. I loved YouTube. I mean, I was obsessed. I ate those back to school hauls and those morning routines up, and I remember wishing that I could create videos just like those, but I was always way too anxious and way too scared to post myself on the internet. So I just really watched those videos because I love them so much. But deep in the back of my mind, I always had a desire to start a YouTube channel and create videos just like those. But then I started doing cheerleading and I put that way on the back burner, and I said, yeah, we're gonna focus on cheer and we're not gonna focus on makeup. Even though at the time I was doing cheer, I was still watching YouTube videos. So now after I do some liquid bronzer, it's very important that I go in with some cream blush on top. So today I'm going to be using the Haus Labs Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm in the shade Glassy Pitaya. Now I've been obsessed with this because this makes my cheeks look so beautiful, very glowy and very glassy. I mean, it's a stunning, creamy, very pigmented blush. But it's not over the top pigment where you just look like a clown right away. It's definitely buildable, so you can really build it up to the pigment that you like. The shade has just been so much fun to use, and I know it looks very concerning when you first look at the shade in the jar, but do you see as it starts to blend out, it gets very sheer, and it's not as over the top as you would expect for a blush that looks literally like this. But I'm a little bit extra when it comes to the blush department, so I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. And the first time I started collecting makeup was when I was in high school. And when I was in high school, I had a very signature makeup look that I wore every single day. I never switched it up. I wore the exact same thing, and it was 2 eyeshadow shades from the Urban Decay Naked palette. I wore some eyeliner, some concealer, and that was literally it. No eyebrows, no foundation, no lips, no nothing. I just freeballed it with my eyes. But hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? And often when I was in high school and I was super bored and I had nothing to do, I would just sit in my room and play with makeup. That was a very common thing for me to be doing when I was bored. And I'm an only child, so I had no siblings growing up, or no siblings now. I have no siblings in general. So let me tell you, when I say that I was bored growing up, I was bored. That's why I watched YouTube so much, because it really made me feel like I had a friend through the screen, you know? And since I was bored all the time, that led to me doing makeup in my room all the time. But then when I was in college especially, I put doing makeup in my room on the back burner because I really had no time with school and cheer. But when I did find an occasional time where I had nothing to do, you bet I was still doing makeup in my room. So after I set my face with some setting powder, I love to go back in with some powder bronzer and some powder powder blush just enhanced it a little bit. So today I'm going to be using the Kosas Sunshow Baked Powder Bronzer in the shade Escape. This is a new product that I've actually been loving recently. It's a pretty lightweight formula, so it blends out onto the skin so beautifully, but it's also baked. And when you get a baked powder bronzer, that means it's gonna have a little bit of shimmer to it. As you can see right here, it does have a little bit of a glow just when you look at it in the pan. And like I said, I'm a dry skin queen, so if this is going to add some glow, even though it's a powder bronzer, sign me up, sign me all the way up. So after I got sent home from college due to COVID, I had endless amounts of free time on my hands. So I was like, what the heck should I do with myself? So one day I decided that I was just gonna spend all of my free time just playing with makeup in my room. I would lock myself in my room for hours, and I would just try to recreate any look that I found on Google. I also started watching RuPaul's Drag Race around that time, and obviously I became obsessed with that show, and I felt very inspired by all the queens' makeup. And at that time, I loved a good colorful eyeshadow look, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create a colorful eyeshadow look of myself. And that's exactly what I did every single day. And I will say at that time, I was kind of okay at makeup. You know, I've never been terrible at it. I could slay a good everyday makeup look, but other than that, I don't know. I needed some practice. And during that time, I will tell you, I put in work. I put in some practice. Now let's move on to some powder blush. And today I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Matte Powder Blush in the shade Mocha. Now this blush formula from MAC I love so much. And recently I have been obsessed with this shade of blush. It definitely gives more of a dusty rose mauve. And you know, I'm living for a good mauve blush at the moment. And I have not been able to stop using this shade. Like, someone needs to tell me to put this down. So as I'm in my room every single night creating these makeup looks during the COVID lockdown, you know, I started feeling bad just wiping off these makeup looks as soon as I finished them. I was like, I need to do something about this because I need to share these looks with someone. So I ended up creating the Looks by Dominique Instagram account. And wow, you can really go back on my Instagram and you can see how I was not good at these looks, but I still had so much fun creating them. So I just decided to post every single look I created on my Instagram account. Some of them are a little bit concerning, some of them I slayed, but most of them are a little bit rough. And the one thing that I found during this process is that the time that it spent me doing my makeup look, it basically cured and took away all of my anxiety. Like, if I spent 2 to 3 hours doing a makeup look, my anxiety was gone for those 2 to 3 hours. It really had my mind just focusing on something creative and something fun, rather than stressing out over everything that was happening at that time, like it would be doing if I wasn't doing makeup. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a game changer in my life. And that's really what motivated me to create these looks every single day. And after a while of just taking photos of my makeup looks, I was like, maybe we should start creating some Instagram reels, which I did, and those were a complete mess. I'm talking a complete mess. I had no idea how to record anything with my phone. I don't know if they're still up on my Instagram, but they probably are, quite honestly. But at that time, I seriously thought I slayed those Instagram reel videos. I was like, ooh, I'm about to be the next Michaela with these videos. Like, I am popping off. Even though everything about them was so trash. It was so embarrassing and so bad now that I look back at it. I'm like, I'm sitting here really thinking that I'm slaying. But if I'm being honest, being a little bit delulu really helped me in the long run because no matter what, I just kept going. Yes, I'm baking my face just like it's 2016, but didn't you know that I grew up during that iconic 2016 era of makeup YouTube? So that kind of explains why I love a good full glam colorful makeup look, because back when I was being morphed into the human that I am, that's the type of makeup style that was super popular, so I'm always going to be doing that. I seriously cannot complete this makeup look without going in with some highlighter. And this is a Rare Beauty powder highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. I mean, you can just see that this is such a beautiful champagne cool toned pink highlighter color, and it's seriously so blinding, and it goes on my cheeks so smooth. So after I thought I became an Instagram Reels expert, I was like, maybe we should start a YouTube channel. And what a brilliant idea that was, let me tell you. So I decided to go ahead and create the Looks by Dominique YouTube account. Yep, I did it. Back in 2020, I created this account, and I saved up my money to buy this camera that I'm currently using just for those YouTube videos back in 2020. And oh my gosh, were they trash. They were so incredibly terrible. I had no idea how to talk to a camera. They were all 30 minutes long, and the editing process took me over like 12 hours for one video at that time because I had no idea how to edit. And then I decided maybe YouTube is not for me at the moment. So I decided to put YouTube on the back burner, but I always knew I was going to be coming back once I was ready to. And then at that point, my next move was to go to TikTok. So I created the Looks by Dominique TikTok, and let me tell you, when I say that TikTok consumed my life for about 2 years, I mean it. That's all I was posting my makeup videos on, and I was going in with the makeup content. And during those 2 years on TikTok, I learned so incredibly much about speaking to the camera, how to edit videos, and it really improved my makeup skills. And I actually ended up growing a community of 12,000 followers on my TikTok account. So I was like, yes, I think it's finally time to revisit that YouTube channel. So I really felt ready for this YouTube journey. I mean, I'd moved to Florida at that point. I got my dog. I started working at Sephora, and I was already about 2 years deep into TikTok. So I felt like I had some experience under my belt. So I was like, maybe this YouTube journey will be good for me. And the second that I decided to go back onto YouTube, I said that I was going to take it very seriously. So I sat down and I filmed my first YouTube video in 2 years. And in that moment, I decided that I was going to post 1 video a week, and that's exactly what I did. And if I'm being quite honest, the rest is history, because here we are, and it's what I have been doing ever since. I have felt so happy to be on YouTube. I feel like I'm truly living out my childhood dream. I've always had that desire in the back of my mind, and I never thought that I was going to actually have the courage to do it. But hey, I just decided one day that this is what I was going to be focusing all my energy on, and here we are. And I'm so thankful for you watching this video. I love having my besties through the screen, and I absolutely love this YouTube community. All the people I've interacted with on here, and all the nice comments. I just love it all so much. And finally, let's move on to the lip combo that I've been loving recently. First, I'm gonna line my lips with the Anastasia lip liner in the shade Deep Taupe. I love this shade because it's a beautiful cool tone brown, so it's a perfect base for a good cool tone nude lip. These pencils are very creamy, and they last all day long. I probably have about 6 different shades of this pencil because I just love these pencils so much. I'll forever be obsessed, but this one specifically, this shade right here, is my current obsession. Now for the actual lip color, the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood has had me in a chokehold, okay? I hate to admit, a liquid lipstick in the year of 2025 has had me in a chokehold. But this color though, it's such a beautiful nude lip. And plus it stays all day. I love how I can just get it to blend into my lip liner so seamlessly. And it's not too warm toned either, so it matches the lip liner so beautifully. And I love this. Oh God. Oh, you're such a lord. And real quick, I just wanted to introduce you to my little baby girl. This is my dog. This is Lucy. She's 3 years old. She's a Boston Terrier, and I am obsessed with her. Oh my God, I love her so much. But as you can see, she's the cutest little thing in the entire world. She's so very sweet. She loves playing with other dogs, and the best part is that she has severe anxiety just like her mom. And we're just 2 very anxious girls. Isn't that right? I woke her up from her nap. As you can see, she's so tired. One of the names that I call her is Buis. So this is my little Buis right here. Say bye, Buis. Okay, Boo, you can go back. You can go back to your nap. And finally, this new Super Shine lip gloss from Makeup by Mario is everything. Oh my goodness. Quite honestly, I was not too excited to see Makeup by Mario coming out with a lip gloss because he already has so many lip products in his collection. So I was like, is this really necessary? But once I tried it out, I was like, this lip gloss is so good. It has a very unique formula where it looks super insanely shiny on the lips, but it's a really lightweight lip gloss. And it's not really slippery on the lips either, because the way that this lip gloss just sticks to your lips is insane. To me, this is giving like a lip gloss lip balm hybrid. It's so insanely hydrating. It truly is, and very shiny. This is such a unique lip gloss, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a lip gloss. Like, how is a lip gloss unique? But I'm telling you, I've never felt a lip gloss go on my lips and basically be so lightweight where I do not feel it. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this shade that I'm using today is a shade Bare. And last but not least, I'm gonna finish up this look with a hydrating glowy setting spray because your girl needs to be glowing. So today I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Magic Radiance Hydrating Setting Spray. I'm gonna give it a little shaky shake, and then I'm just gonna spray this bad boy all over my face. And I'm just covering my eyes so I don't mess up any of my eyeliner or my mascara. You know, you don't want it to run. And then I'm just gonna let it air dry. One thing about this MAC Fix Plus setting spray is I'm so upset that they changed this packaging to this. This is so basic and ugly. Like, bring back the OG packaging, okay? You know, the little twist cap, the one that locks? That was so iconic and innovative, and I know it's a bit clunky and big, but this is so incredibly basic. Are you kidding me? With this basic top? I mean, MAC, why did you do this? For real, why did you do this? I don't like this. Bring back the OG packaging. But I do love this product, so I'm still gonna use it even though I don't like this packaging. And that's it. Here's today's final look, all complete. And by the way this makeup look turned out today, you can see exactly why I'm obsessed with these makeup products. I mean, these are truly the ones that I've been using non-stop recently. From the way they apply to the skin, to the way they last all day long. They are just so beautiful and they are everything. And thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I had so much fun using my current makeup obsessions and also filling you in on all the lore of my life. This video was a little bit different because I really don't share much about myself in my videos because I really want my videos to be more makeup focused rather than focused about me. But hey, if you liked learning about me and you liked this type of video, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Or let me know down in the comments, you know, that's cool too. I always look at all my comments and I love reading comments from you, and I'm just so glad for this YouTube community. So thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I truly had so much fun creating this today. And before you go, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what is your current makeup obsession, because if I haven't tried your current makeup obsession yet, you know I'm going to be adding it to that list of things to try out. Of course, as always, I've linked all the products I mentioned in today's video down in the description box for you just in case you want to go ahead and check any of them out. And I'll be back next week with a brand new video, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss when I upload my next video. And then that way we can really become besties. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I'm so grateful and I truly appreciate you. Oh, and of course, if you have any video requests for me, please let me know down in the comments because I will be adding that video to the list of videos to make because I got you. If you want to learn anything about makeup, if you want me to do any style of video, let a girl know, okay? Let me know because I will do it for you. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and PS, don't forget to subscribe so that we can truly become besties. I love that for us.